Hey everybody, so I'm back and talking about my experience in this game or this place where they decide who controls power or who gets what in the United States. Also, I guess according to the rest of the world, since it's certain nations. So in 2013, I experienced, I guess, what you would say. How can I say? Uh, clone heart transplant or sacrifice. I'm not sure how it works. I hate to say that word sacrifice, but it was. And they took one of my clones and had open heart surgery. I had to still be alive, and not. And then the thing is, if the clone had to have my consciousness in it or something, I don't know how it works. It was the mind's eye. Oh, the mind's eye was just connected to my brain. They just put that new stick in my brain, and it was right about here. And I have things behind my ear too. But the actual mind's eye stick was right here in my brain. And this is they had a heart transplant. Now who the heart was given to, I'm not gonna get into that. But but the person who has been keeping me alive, one of my best friends, while our bodies were in CERN, well my body they say my body's been chopped up and used for power. But it was an actual body that was in CERN of me. I guess it was like one of the original clones, or maybe even my body that they kidnapped from my friend's house the night that I was murdered or whatever. I was hit in the head with a glass bottle and passed out, and I passed out and next thing I remember is felt like they were trying to move me. First, I remember them trying to move me, and I said, "Ow, that hurts." I think I fell asleep, and they hit me in the head while I was sleeping. And she drugged me. That's what it was. Oh, I forgot. It was like I was roofied or something, but I ended up passing out. And I went to. They hit me in the head while I was asleep, and the person did anyway. And I said, "Ow, that hurts," in the spiritual realm, and passed out again. My spirit, my soul. So I guess that's when my soul died, because then I remember seeing the electric blue, not any other color, that electric blue shell of me, of my body, being carried away. And they did the same thing. They showed me in my mind's eye when they did it to Derek, but I don't know. Derek told me it was the same day his was, that I got my mind's eye. He got his too. So about a month or two later, I was starting to get it was about to get mentally ill. And it wasn't like it was before. It was different. Some days I'm good, some days I was bad. Some days I'm good, some days I was bad. But it was because the mind's eye was being, how can I say it? I already had been considered mentally ill from years ago. But that's from the other things they have in my head. And the actual infection in my frontal lobe that was being manipulated by a demon that I was with at the time, probably, and probably people from CERN too. And I'm not quite sure on that, so I'm not going to speculate. Forgive me. And anyways, but I know that I had been on Abilify for 10 years already. And then I got sick again because I was off Abilify for a whole year. And Elaine, well, one of the patient care, what is it, PA, the physician's assistant in the office that I worked at, the doctor's office I worked at, knew I was on Abilify, and she knew I was off too. And once they realize that you tell somebody you're off medicine or you're not going to take medicine because you're supposed to be on mental illness according to what they say. CERN, you're supposed to be on mental illness medicine for the rest of your life. You're not supposed to be able to heal from that, and that's a lie. because they are the ones causing the mental illness. Um, with the witches, that's why everybody's mad, because they're out of a job, I guess, out of a way of making income, betting on Bitcoin and tormenting people with bugs and using their demonic souls to torment and physically hurt people. It's supposed to be a spiritual attack, but it's physical because their bodies manifest physically after their souls astral protect from their body. Plus, they have more than one soul in their body. So they can still be doing other things while their souls leave that particular soul that looks just like them leave their body and go torment somebody else. Standing there looking right at you. Walk through walls and everything. I'm not playing. So, in saying that, I was trying to get to, I forgot where I was going with this. CERN. How do I know it was CERN? So I supposedly had a heart attack and asked God to take my life. I was messing with somebody who came in agreement to work for CERN as well, and they were torturing me as well and sleeping with me, and they were playing they were not playing, they were in my mind's eye too, trying to make me mentally ill, and putting curses on you in the mind's eye with a computer app with that little Nokia track phone. Like, this is a track phone, the Nokia track phone. Then the little ones that you're not supposed to be able to find where people at, all that dumb stuff. Not supposed to be track it or whatever. That's how they sold it. But it's actually a CERN connectivity phone. It's connected to like their I'm gonna say that backwoods type of a little secret net, not backwards, but secret network where they upload videos of them having sex with women and men and against their will. So the women and men don't know they're having sex on camera. So they use that and they upload that information to like a black ops like porn site. So I've probably been on there a couple times because it seems like all the men that I've ever dealt with in my life have used that have a little Nokia track phone. Had or have. Anyways, it was against my will if anything that was on there. It is stuff on there, but I'm not going into that either. So CERN. So they were making me mentally ill. My cousin, who recently passed away, and her ex-husband, um, who I was sleeping with. I really didn't want to sleep with him. Um, Elaine put a curse on me and other people. Not Elaine. I'm sorry. The PA. I keep calling her name. The PA at the doctor's office put a curse on me, and my cousin put a curse on me, and her ex-husband put a curse on me to want to be with him. I don't want to be with the family member's ex or current lover or boyfriend or husband or anything. Um, I loved my cousin at the time, and I didn't want to hurt her. Come to find out in my mind's eye that it was all a setup anyway. I didn't know at the time it was, but now I'm starting to see that nothing is a coincidence when it comes to CERN. So, anyways, getting back to how I found out it was CERN, my best friend, I used to work for, who been keeping my body and mind alive, and among other people in this system, and keeping me from getting sick. Uh, Also, who've been trying to get me out of this sex slavery thing. And my actual body, or one of my clones, my original clone, the one that's considered human, out of the sex slavery part of the mind's eye, because they were abusing my body really badly and making me spiritually sick. So when the clone gets sick, I would get sick, and they would use that. I guess there was I don't know if they still do how it works as far as the healing part. They try to say I was a healer, so they would heal the clones off of me. I don't know why when they have medicine, penicillin, triamcinolone, all that works. All that works. The ointments, the shots, the pills, all that works. Brexafem, all that. So all those medicines work, and I think they might have how can I say it? Corrupted the medicine. They have corrupted the medicine in this area. So the medicine in this area is full of blood and semen. The, so I don't go to the doctor. I don't ask for any medicine over here. Uh, Wherever this is, Never Land. That's what I call it, or the Oz. What is Oz? Yeah, Oz. The Oz, like the movie, The Wiz. I'm not Oz. Sorry, that was a prison TV show. That too, right? The Wiz. So the Wiz. When Dorothy got taken up in a tornado and taken away. Was it Never Land? It might have been. You're in the Wiz. Go see the Wiz. It's the actual Wiz. I'm getting sidetracked. Anyways, the Wiz was the wizard of the Wizard of Oz. That's what it was. You're in Oz. That's what it was. So that was played by Richard Pryor in The Wiz. The Wiz was played by Richard Pryor. But anyways, I'm getting distracted. I found out it was CERN because she told me in my mind's eye. So I heard her voice. I know her voice very well. And I had a heart attack. And I felt a lot of sharp pains in my heart. And I had been crying out to God because I had a lot of curses on me. They put a curse on Chris for him to die. They put a curse on me to kill me. And I've been crying out to God. You know, I could feel it, the mental illness. And so I just had a heart attack and I asked God to take my life. And I ended up dying right there in that room that I was crying out to God in. And He sent me back. God sent me back to my body. Abe, Abba, Ah. He sent me back. Ahua, Awu, Yeshua, Yahweh. Sent me back. So, and that's when they told me it was CERN. That was in 2013. But when they sent me back, before they sent me back, it was something else in my body that was sick. It was really sick. Like it felt demonic almost. I don't know if CERN had put it there or if it was something that God had given me due to the curses that it was dying and the sickness and the things that I was doing to my body by having sex with him. He wasn't married; he was divorced. But by having sex with a man, first of all, unprotected, and two, he wasn't my husband. And in saying that, the the thing that was in my body, it felt demonic, but I'm not sure if it was or not. So it came. When my daughter came in the room and asked me if I was okay, and I said, "What?" I said something back to her in its voice, and then my son came, and my mind clicked back on because I think I had already astral projected out of my body, and I was watching that demonic thing in that body, and it was not well. It was not well. Satan was putting demons on people spiritually. Somebody did it. And when my son, Chris, at the time he was young, I heard his sweet voice, and because Z probably already had one on her too. For some reason, his Z voice just snapped me out of it. It was Chris' voice. And I immediately came, said, "Yes, baby," or something like that. But it was in a sweet voice because the first voice was demonic and it scared Z. And Chris was scared too. And he came and grabbed her hand. I remember seeing that, but I was I was face down on the mattress in the room, and I was face down on the mattress in that room next to them after I had been hollering all night about, God help me. So they must have put that demon on me. Somehow I can't prove it, but I know it was a demon in my body. And it was not well. So that was in 2013, right after New Year. I think right after the Super Bowl. So it had to be February, right before my birthday. And I've been dealing with this for a long time. I never knew God would bring so much of it to fruition to bring it forefront to the truth. It's being revealed. And now the world is signed an NDA. I won't say not well, because that doesn't, it just means that it is probably coming to an end. Nobody can really vocally speak up on it. And when you do, you're murdered, or you come up against the NDA that you signed, which is a contract that you signed with ink with your name, or electronically. And they put souls in iPhones and phones for that's a blood too, like a blood contract. Especially when you come up when you watching somebody get raped and murdered, and you can't do anything about it. And you played this game before, so you've seen people get die in this thing before too. Then people actually dying and losing their lives, so you're losing your soul watching this mess. Not saying stop watching. I'm saying ask for forgiveness and repent. I'm not telling you to stop watching how God works all things out for the good of those who love Him and called according to His purpose. How it's going to justify us, those who are losing their souls and lives against their will, against unknowingly, against serving God and loving Him, for being healthy and strong and loving God. Like I said, I believe this thing was to eliminate God's children. I believe this thing was put together to make people, give people this death and disease, give them AIDS, um, and to kill their heart for God if they are to live through it. And I also have another question. Why does everybody have to say Jesus? Have to. You say anything else, then they're attacking you. The spirits that's in control of this so-called kidnapping. And this is kidnapping, not so-called MINDSi game. Why does everybody have to say Jesus? Everybody have to. Not everybody should have to say it. You should be able to say what you want to say when it comes to God. I remember when this first started. Not when it first started, but when I started to become aware of what was going on. They kept trying to make me mentally ill. And then they tried to make it about me and Derek's love. But why were people saying they couldn't tell everybody they was a child of God? Why you couldn't tell people you're a child of God or who you believed in if they asked you or pray for your food in public? If that wasn't the end of the world. If it's not the end of the world, why you can't pray for your food in public? And why did you have to say, for you couldn't even say Jesus at a moment. And then why would I have to give up my belief and not even love God to get out of this? That doesn't make any sense. If I stop loving God, I die. And not die as a sense and, die spiritually. I die physically. Physically, I die. I cannot live without God. I cannot live on earth without God. That's why I get so physically ill when they block my experience with the Lord. They drain me of life for their energy. And then they get mad when I reach up to heaven to get some of the energy back to live after they've drained me and my husband and our family of life. So I'm just putting some questions out there, telling the truth. I'm telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Try not to speculate and try not to guess. Try not to estimate. List of questions. Ask, seek, and knock. I'm going to ask God, seek, and knock. Asking it shall be given, seeking you shall find, knocking the door shall be open. They still have not stopped physically and spiritually attacking me with these demons, putting bugs in my head, making me feel ill, putting semen and mucus in my mind's eye that's filling my stomach up when I eat, making me throw up mucus and putting parasites in my throat, in mind and body. They have not stopped. I'm very thin now. I only look bigger because, like I said, they use souls and wrap around your body and make you look bigger than what you really are. I'm very, very thin. Probably small again. I'm not going to worry about that because we get new bodies anyway. And if I ain't going to think about that, I'm going to live through this. Probably most likely the way it look like it's going, probably on for eternity. Hopefully soon too, because I'm getting tired. He keeps me. He constantly keeps me. So y'all have a blessed night. I think I might have ran out of words with the attack on my mind. Hopefully God will give me something else to think about and talk about. I love my family. I love my babies and my being. I love you all, my honey bear. I love you. The rest of my brothers and sisters and uncles and aunties, nieces and nephews, parents in Christ, I love you. Have a blessed one.